Okay, gang, 4.6, number 43. This is a tangent function. This is the standard table for the tan function. I'm going to draw this one, so I'm going to do an altered table. Anything outside the trig affects the range. Anything inside the trig affects the domain. There's nothing outside the trig, which means that the original values do not alter. There's nothing added or multiplied outside the trig, which means that you keep the range values the same. Now, the inside values are altered, so I will do that for you. I just want to point out that your b value is a 1. So the formula for the tangent for the period is pi over b. So again, b is a 1 in this case, so it's just pi over 1 or pi. It's its standard width. The increment for all functions is the period over 4. So I'm going to take pi and divide it by 4. So that is the jumps in between the points. Now, I would always do the interval on the tangent function. So you take the guts. The guts are like the inside here. And you set it equal to the old start. Now, the old start was negative pi over 2. So what you want to do is you want to solve for x here and figure out what your new start is. So it should make sense to you that this is pushed pi over 4 to the right. So instead of it starting at negative pi over 2, it's actually starting at negative pi over 4. And then again, my increments are pi over 4, so you'll see that I'll keep adding that. You'll see that I'll keep adding that. And I, like I said, always like to check myself. So the distance from negative pi over 4 to 3 pi over 4 is pi, which is the width of one cycle. So we're good. Okay, gang, so let's go ahead and draw this guy. I just take a moment to look at my values. This is 3/4. 3/4, this is 1. Okay, the values are very similar. The size of the increments are very similar. I should be a little clear how I say that. What are we doing here? We're jumping by pi over 4. Okay, then everything's the same. So you're counting 0 this time, so the width from here is the same as the width from here is the same. Okay, that guy's too far. Hold on. I don't like that. That's too far. Okay. If I'm going to ask you to walk the talk, I got to walk the talk. All right, so let's see here. So we got a VA at negative pi over 4 and 3 pi over 4. Okay, at 0, we're at negative 1. Oh, I didn't scale that yet. So this is 3/4, so 1 should be a little bit bigger. Okay, we're at negative 1 here. Ignore that guy over here. Ignore that dude. 0 and 1. Okay, so we'll go here. We'll go here. So you could see that instead of the graph being in between negative pi over 2 and pi over 2, we've pushed it, right? It's to the right. We've pushed it to the right a little bit. Okay, let's repeat it. So the width of that guy. Okay, center, down and up. So always do the interval for the tangent. So there's only 4 tables, the cosine and the sine, which are also used for the secant and the cosecant, and then the tangent and the cotangent has its own tables, okay? You'll get used to it. Once you practice enough of these, you'll get used to it, and I'll give you more to practice before the final test 3 combo. Okay, gang, so that's it for 4.6 number 43. I'll be back at you because I think I got some more questions. Okay, catch you. Bye.